Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be our fourth video on the Charger build for my sister. Last time we got the interior done, so now we're working on the chassis. So I went ahead and painted that. This is just some old leftover white that I had. This Ford GT Racing white. It's a really bright white. I did that because this is all going to be under the hood and under the bottom, so you're really not going to see it. Plus I'm going to do some weathering on it. Actually, it should be PW1. It should be the Charger white color because I'm pretty sure they bought those cars all in white, then did the graphics wrap on them for the taxis I'm building. But anyway, I just used some leftover stuff. It's fine. I do want to do the actual white on the mirrors, and we'll do that later. They're set aside. But anyway, so that brings us up to speed on this, and I want to show you a little trick with painting with my paints, or well, airbrushing in general actually. So the rule of thumb with the airbrush is the less air you spray, the less paint it carries, which means the finer lines you can spray. So what I did was I'm keeping the same 0.5 tip, but I knocked the air way down. I don't know if you can hear that. You can hear that there's a lot less air coming out. And then that should give me a really fine line to spray up underneath these fender wells. And yeah, that looks really good. Okay, see? That looks really good. Now this is just black super primer. So I just got done primering all the other stuff that I'm going to either keep black or paint silver. But as you can see, this is working extremely well. See, I gotta hurry and mess that up. Which brings me to another point. When you're spraying over something, if you're spraying over something like this, you really need to make sure you So if you're spraying over something like this, you really need to make sure you know where the paint's spraying, because it's just, it's going to come out in a direction. It's going this way in a fan pattern. So as it gets farther away, it's going to get bigger, and it's going to keep going that direction. So if you spray here, it's going to go all the way across here. So you want to tilt it down or push it the other way, depending on how you're doing stuff. I'm doing on this, I'm going to do a lot of weathering. So it's okay. I'm not really super over concerned about the overspray there. But if you were, you'd want to come in and do this very, very gently, or else mask it off is what you'd want to do, which is what I should have done. But you're just trying to come in and kind of mimic that liner color that they put underneath the fender wells nowadays. So anyway, there's that. So now that that's done, we could come in and we start gluing a lot of the, the air compressor kicks off with that big push. Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, now we could come in and I actually need to detail this out. But we come in and we start putting in the heat shields and we start putting the front engine cradle and that stuff together. So yeah, so we're making our way. We're doing good. Let me finish off my project with the other black parts, and then I'll come back and we'll start working on this. So we'll be back in a second. Yeah. Okay, so I got all the detail stuff taken care of here. I got that frame for the rear axle put in, and now I'm going to get the front struts done. And like everything, like everything with this kit, these things go together beautifully. Yeah, wow. So just a little bit of glue there. Get that in there, make sure it's facing straight. A little bit of glue there. And same deal, make sure it's facing straight. Okay, and now we got to put okay. Now we got to mark these off. Then we got to put the heat shields on. So I got those all painted. I just spray canned those chrome. Same chrome I've showed before on the channel, so nothing new there. Put some of that there. Really carefully grab that. Okay. I'm really happy to see that they did these as separate pieces instead of just molding them in. I mean, look at this thing. It's beautiful. But seriously, it is. It's beautiful. It looks great. I'm so happy with that. Just, you know, just a little extra detail, and just it makes a big difference. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. And then this goes right here. Plus, I really like this because it gives it kind of a with all the parts going together the way they do on the real cars, it gives it a real car feel. It's like you can kind of kind of feel yourself on the assembly line helping them put these together, you know. But yeah, and then that just looks, God, this looks beautiful. Okay, so there's that. And then step 13, they snuck up on the corner here. And it looks like it's the spindles. And the steering sticks out front. Okay, and then the other one. Actually, I'm kind of wondering if they did those that way. Because if you flip that spindle over, you'd bring that up about a millimeter or two. You'd almost have a lowering kit on it, you know, like a drop spindle. But I don't think they did that. But anyway, okay, left and right, and then. Oh, you know what? I think those should have been glued onto the... it's fine. Those went in the front. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here's your tip. If you're doing this, glue these onto the struts before you glue the struts in. I think that would make this go a lot easier. Ah, come on. Okay. We'll just redo this then, I guess. That is just not working. What the heck? Okay, well. Okay. So that goes on like that. And then that faces forward. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even messing with that one. I'm just going to clean it up and do it right off the bat. Hey, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Okay, flip that over. Twist that out. Make sure that's set in again. I'm not 100% sure how much of this really needs to be glued together. Seems like those clip in, and anyway, it's fine. We're working on it. We're getting it done. It's 24, 23, 13's done. This, I think, is going to be the tricky one, because you're going to have to line up a couple of things to make this work. But everything's been so easy so far. I always hate being like, oh no, because usually it's fine. Okay, that one clipped right in. This one needs to be pushed back. Okay. And then that goes in. And that goes in. All right, and hey, look at that. We got it together and everything fits perfect. A little too much glue there. Yeah. Sorry if my head's in the road. I'm leaning forward to get into this as close as I can and not paying attention to the camera. Yeah, damn it. Okay. Okay. God. Come on, what are you doing to me here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and everything runs down just perfect. Make sure those are set up properly. Okay, this seems a little weird. They want you to put the rack in now. But that was Okay, I think I got it figured out. Okay, I got you. That's kind of a weird way of doing that. But, I mean, I get it. Ah, okay, that's cool. I like that. And then again, another piece that they did separately that's just beautiful. Oh. Ah. Okay, so that should have glued on first. Crap. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. But anyway, like I was saying earlier, another piece that they did right. You got that right there, so it all glues together fine, unless that pops out. Okay. Sorry, I hope this isn't too boring. Honestly, I thought this was going to go together a little better than this. Oh, okay. Anyway. See, that's what I was expecting. Oh, well. Okay, so there's that. $14, $15, and then we got to start doing some of this detail work stuff here. So let me stop and grab all the stuff we're going to need for the next couple of steps, and then we'll get right back on this. Okay, I got some of the detail stuff done. I'm actually going to jump ahead jump ahead here a little bit, just because I want to see what this thing looks like with the motor in it. I know, I'm being impatient, but it's fine. Okay, let me put a little bit of glue right here. Okay. No, I did that wrong. Oh. Okay. So let this be a warning about why you need to test fit parts before you start gluing stuff. I didn't have to put glue on just about any of the stuff I put glue on that thing. So I'm going to skip 17 and just put the motor in. Let's see, it looks like the pin goes there and then that pin goes there. So let me put some new glue in here. This stuff's getting gummy and bad. Okay. A bunch of glue on that. Put some on there. I'm actually surprised with, as well as this thing's detailed out, that they did that way. Okay, so yeah, that thing's beautiful. Not a huge fan of how that mounts in there, though. I think that could be a little better. But it's fine. I am not going to complain. That looks awesome. Look how good that looks. I need to paint those flat black, the tops of the struts. And then we got to come in and we got to put the other detail parts in here, and that'll finish out the engine bay real nice. So let me get all those set up, and we'll come back and get that done here in a second. Okay, so we got 52. So 74 I actually already glued onto the bottom of the air cleaner box, so that's taken care of already. We need to do 51, which is the washer, which is the overflow tank for the radiator, I believe. I just realized I didn't do anything with the cap and stuff like I was supposed to. Okay, that's done now. Just got to put the glue on the peg, and we'll be ready here. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Now we have to do the same thing with the battery box. There we go. All right, look at that. Okay, loving it. And then this goes in a specific way. It has a little half moon peg on it. Okay. Okay, look at that. That looks really good. Okay. So 51, 69, so 17's done, 18's done. We just got to pop the air cleaner on, and then we got to do the radiator. So I already did the 2 fans on the radiator. It's done. So, all right, so let me grab some of this other stuff that we got to do here, and we'll be back. Okay, we got the radiator parts all pulled out and everything's all set aside, so let's get this going. So for this, I need to just put the glue on where the little pegs go. Okay, and then this goes on either way because it's symmetrical. So just pop that bad boy right in there. And done and done, huh? Okay. And then that just glues in like that. Okay. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. There's that. And then that goes on there. Goes in there. And that pin to the base of it goes right there. Ah, come on. Okay. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, like I said, already got those done. So that's all in. Okay. Gonna pre-do that because I already got all that stuff done, and this is not going to be a real brain teaser. Okay, so these go right there. right there. And right there. Oh, and I guess I gotta glob some on the tip of that. No, geez, again. So I guess one of the takeaways with this kit is make sure you've got make sure you got all your holes opened up to fit the parts, because some of the holes don't work real great right off the bat. Okay. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It looks like I love how they've done these, how they've done everything where it goes together. Everything's got the offset to them, so you can't jam the part too far down in the hole. Everything on here has a real positive stop to it where it needs to stop. It's great. Okay, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Looks like that goes forward. So that's just these four here. Oh yeah, okay. So those two outer holes need to match up with those, with the hole in that. Ah, crap. Oh, well, all right. It's fine. It's fine. We can touch it up a little bit later. It's okay. Okay, so that's in, that's in. Okay, now we just got to do the exhaust, but I got to do a bunch of detail paint work on that. Let me know in the comments section if you want to see me do all the paint work. I mean, do you like seeing me do it? Do you care either way? You know, do you want to see less building, more painting? Do you want to see more building? Let me know what you like, and just let me know what you like, and let me get the exhaust done, and I'll come back here in a second. All right, so we got the exhaust done. So all I did on that was just lightly airbrushed over the mufflers with some black, and then I did the yellow over the catalytic converters there. Same thing I did on the exhaust pipes, or on the exhaust manifolds. So that was that. And now, just gotta glue them in. Yeah, it's fine. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. And then that's going to clip right there. Okay. That's going to clip right there. And that is that. Look how good that looks. Holy cow. Okay, and now we have to put just a little bit around here. And then we got to put the exhaust pipe, the exhaust tips on. All right. Okay, so 23 is done. Then we'll hurry up and we'll do step 24 and we'll be done with the chassis. I glued my finger to get to that earlier. Okay. So glue there. Oh crap. Glue there. Glue there. And glue there. Now I just guessed on how the how the exhaust system on these look. I couldn't find a good picture of them. I tried to look it up and all I could find was a bunch of aftermarket, you know, hey, we got a catback system, and oh, we've got this other system, and so I never did find a really good pic of how the stock systems worked, so I just kind of made it up. But that's what you gotta do sometimes, you just gotta make it look good. Okay. Okay. That looks good. Let's see. I'm gonna put these on. Which is gonna be that there and that there. And then these go on. Like so. And then right there. And right there. That's cool. I like that. Okay, and then we have these two pieces. Okay, there's the first set. There's a second. Okay. And then looks like that goes on like that. Yep, there we go. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. That is perfect. Holy cow. Okay, I am like super very happy with that. That is fantastic. I love that. Okay. So now we're on to the body. And we got to do the tires and wheels, and then I have to make the sign for the top. So that'll be all in the next video. This one's going to be it for this. Thank you for watching. I hope you're not too bored with me doing these the way I'm doing them. And like always, again, thank you for watching. If you want to use code YouTube10, you can buy any of the stuff you've seen me use. We sell the tweezers, we have some knives, we have the glue, we have all the colors. Yeah, we have all that. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.